Live on Twitter. Better go live on TikTok. Today is. There we go. We are live on TikTok. Let's give it a few minutes here for people to show up, and then we'll get started. Thursdays. What do we got today? NFL, college football, and some MLB on today too. We could talk about some MLB. Breaking down all of today's games. What up, guys? What up? What up? What up? Happy Thursday. What day of the week is it? What's up, man? Happy Thursday, guys. We have NFL on deck, college football, and MLB. Not the best of all three of those, but it's something, man. It's something. I'm not complaining. I don't care if it's a 11.5 point spread with Buffalo today. We can cook something up, man. What up, guys? As usual, I'll let you guys lead wherever we go here, man. So whatever games you guys want to discuss, let's talk about it. What up, Millie? You're here early. What's up, Millie, on Twitter? He says, what do you think about the NFL game, man? Let's get right into it. Miami Dolphins versus Buffalo. This line opened up 12.5. It is down to 11.5. But now I'm also tracking the look ahead line, the summer, the line that was adjusted. That was before the games were played on Sunday. This thing was 8.5. This Buffalo spread was 8.5 on before Sunday's games. But Miami's defense especially looked so bad against the Patriots, and Buffalo. You know, they took care of business against New York. This line has ballooned from 8.5. all the way up to 12.5. It did come back down to 11.5. So let's get into what we got in this game, right? We got head coach McDaniel, right, from Miami. He is considered to be on the hot seat at this point, right? He's the name that's being thrown out there as the one head coach that's probably that's gonna be on the hot seat for sure. Generally speaking, I don't want to back those kind of teams, those teams that have a head coach that's on the edge of being fired, right? Because if the team has quit on him at this point, they're going to show it on the field, I think. Is the team capable? I think the team is capable of covering this number. We've seen Tua as a big dog 3 times. In 2021, he was a 15.5 point favorite in Buffalo, just like he was today. They lost by 15, so they covered that number. In 2022, they were a 7-point dog. In 2020, they were a 7-point dog. They covered all those. He's 3-0. Tua's 3-0 as a big dog. But his history specifically against Buffalo has been terrible. 1-8 against Buffalo. On the other side of that, I don't need to go into every single one, but yeah, Josh Allen has been really good. 13-2 straight up against Miami. Sean McDermott's been phenomenal against Miami at home. A lot of things are pointing here to Buffalo just running them over, but I'm kind of saying pump the brakes a little bit. Pump the brakes. I know it's pretty easy to get carried away, especially with what we saw in the first 2 weeks. I know Miami's defense looks awful, but their run game, they still have a pretty decent success rate there on defense. They are stopping the run, and we know Buffalo does want to depend on. They do want to put the ball in James Cook's hands. So maybe there is a little bit of there's an avenue there. I mean, if Miami could shut down the run defense and pump the brakes on Miami's defense being so bad too. This unit was ranked a top 10 unit a year ago, and they only added some pieces. They added Micah Fitzpatrick, and they added a few people. Really, they should be an even better defense. So they were a top 10 unit a year ago. I would say pump the brakes. They're maybe not as bad as they look. What up, man? Let me see what you guys are saying. Happy Thursday, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Hit the follow button. What do you think about Rice versus Charlotte? We could talk about that. Josh Allen to get 212 passing yards. I don't love it. I don't love it because they really want to put the ball in James Cook's hand. That's their MO. And again, I'm kind of buying low a little bit on Miami's defense. I don't think they're as bad as they are. Don't fall for the trap. Vegas will collect their money. Exactly. We have, if you even wanted more information on that, double-digit favorites on Thursday Night Football. They are 24-13, 65%. So they do cover double-digit favorites. But I had the stat here. I lost it. But when it's a winless team, against a team that obviously has some wins on Thursday Night Football specifically, 15-1. 15-1 are the underdogs covering in that situation. Just Great says take the Bills -9.5. Okay, so you're bringing them down to 10. This line was 8.5. Okay, at 8.5, that was a fair line. If you looked at this game a year ago, that spread was 6 or 7, I believe. I believe 6 is where the spread was at a year ago, and it came down to a last-second field goal by Buffalo, and Buffalo won by 3. I'm talking about the matchup last year in Buffalo. Daddy Joe says it's primetime. Vegas will get their money. Yeah, man. Lucky wants to talk about Rice. Yeah, we could talk about it. Zay says, are you leading the 12.5? I am feeling Miami, right? Just based on the situation and everything. But two things are really keeping me off of it, and I probably might look at a team total or a total in general. The hot seat, right? Coach McDaniel for Miami being on the hot seat. I don't like to back those kind of teams because at any moment, really, this could be the breaking point, right? If the team has quit on the head coach, they're going to show it. That's one thing. The other thing is the offensive line is a mess for Miami. They are missing 3 starters on the offensive line. The left guard, the right guard, and the right tackle are all going to be out. James Cook to get his 2 touchdowns. I'm not going to disagree with you, man. James Cook has been a machine, so I feel it. Zay says Bills first half over 15.5. Maybe that's a good way to play it, man. Maybe to cut it down just to the first half, and then you could avoid any foolishness on the back end. B wants to talk about Reds. I'll let you guys decide if you guys want to talk college football or MLB next. I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll put up a poll for that momentarily. What else are you guys saying about? Let's focus on Miami versus Buffalo, guys. NFL. What do you have on this game? What stat have you heard out there? What do you know about Josh Allen? His nose did this man go and get himself a brand new nose? Is he good? Is he 100%? He's not on the injury report at all, so this man's going to tough it out. Great says, yeah, just go by the original lines. Exactly. I think there's something to be said about the look ahead line for this game was 8.5. Okay, and that was a fair number. For this thing to balloon up to 12.5, that's pretty significant. Would you start Tariq or Ryan Robinson? I kind of like Tariq today, man. I kind of like Tariq. Like, if you're going to go down and if you're expected it and nobody's expecting you to win, put the ball in your best player's hand and just go to work, man. AZ says Dolphins plus 1.5, 11.5. Okay. Lost Howard. Let's see, man. Amir, answer me and this will blow up. Okay. What's your question, brother? Nick says James Cook, his yard is 65.5. Sounds pretty good to me. They do kind of, like I said, the Bills have an MO. I remember this went back to last year when they got their offensive coordinator a year ago. They were just focused on the run game, just establishing the run first. Whoever just joined the Discord, welcome, man. Welcome. Click around if you have any questions. I will send you a welcome message after this as well. Guys, if you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. It's $20. $25 if you guys want to join the Discord. And then I also give you one of my top plays for free. If you want one of my free plays, if you're looking for what my top play is probably going to be in this game or college football, chances are I am going to drop one for free. So link in bio if you guys want to join. Millie says Miami kicker over 5.5 points. Brother, kicking points. Yo, kicking market, man. I've always kind of been fond of the kicking market from like far away. I haven't really done too much with it. But yeah, man, I think that makes sense there a little bit. Let me look at the red zone defenses for both of these teams. Miami, they have a red zone defense where it is at 60%. 60% is what they're giving up touchdowns. So kind of middle of the pack. Same thing, Buffalo. Looks like they're kind of middle of the pack. So can you get 2 field goals out of them? I would think so. And with Miami to get to move the ball a little bit here on a primetime game in division game, I could see the plays, the drives getting stalled in the close to the red zone or near the end zone and get you those points. Millie says Miami 8.5 team total. Is it at 8.5? 8.5. That's not too bad. But I mean, I'm kind of sharing the same sentiment as everybody. Everybody's just kind of scared to take Miami, man. Oh shit. Well, I'm taking the Cubs because they're back at Wrigley. 2-game sample size. Go Quinto. Chris, who's on the mound for the Cubs today? I could switch to. I swear to God, who is he today? You guys are arguing amongst yourself. Colin Ray is on the mound. I got you guys. Let's look up. Let's go to our MLB model real quick, and then we can come back to NFL if anything. So we have what I'm showing here on. So you guys are probably arguing over the primary pitcher or the opener. Colin Ray is the pitcher that's going for the Chicago Cubs today. Okay, I don't remember if he was the primary, but he's the one you should be definitely be looking after, man. Colin Ray against Hunter Green here. Let's put up a poll for this one real quick. You guys love baseball, man. So let's put up a poll for this one real quick. Give me red for the Reds, blue for the Cubs. What side are you on today? Red for the Reds. Excuse me. Red for the Reds, blue for the Cubs. Colin Ray is the pitcher here. Let me make sure if he's the primary pitcher. He is the opener. Yeah, he's the regular starter. Red for the Reds, blue for the Cubs. What side are you on today? I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna have any MLB today. Nothing's really sticking out at me. But let me at least give you an idea of what guide you in the right direction here. At least the Chicago Cubs on the road at Cincinnati here. This is the first game of this series. This line opened up Cincinnati minus 125. It is up to minus 145. In terms of offense, you have a much better. Oh, let me see. I had a whole screenshot for this. Yeah, this would be better. We have the offenses. The offenses for both of these units, not so bad overall, but the Cubs offense is really good. Over the last 14 days, they ranked fourth in MLB. Over the last 7 days, they ranked second. You definitely have an offensive edge with the Chicago Cubs. In terms of starting pitching, do you have a starting edge here with Hunter Green? His numbers on the full season are pretty good. A 3.0 ERA, a 6.4 record. But lately, he's been getting rocked a little bit here, man. He's been getting hit. His barrel rate is high. His hard hit rate is high. He's given up a whole lot of home runs. I'm not in love with laying this juice with Cincinnati today. I would just say based on value, it would have to be Cubs for me. The Cubs have won 7 straight. 7 out of the last 10. They have the better offense. They have the better bullpen. They have the better pitcher currently as well. Why is this priced at Cincinnati minus 145? This should be really closer to a pick'em. This looks a little trappy, to be honest. This looks a little bit trappy to me. The line is telling you that Cincinnati has a chance here, even though they don't really check any boxes here, man. A lot of the boxes go to the Cubs. This is one where I'm going to say somehow, some way, Cincinnati stays in this game. Take the Cubs. They're a plus money. Yeah, I get it. In the last series against the Pirates, I told you, you could take the Cubs and you could get away with it but that was against the Pirates. The Pirates aren't winning any games right now. Cincinnati, they're winning some games right now. So when the Pirates were favored with Paul Skeens on the mound, I'm like, okay. You could still kind of fade the Pirates there. I'm not sure here, man. I'm not sure here. The plus money it just looks too good to be true here with the Cubs. Bro, they're not playing our home. Cubs are away. If I said differently, my bad. It is Cubs on the road at Cincinnati. Rage bait. Beautiful day in Chicago. The Cubs. Oh, you guys are arguing amongst yourselves. That's what's going on. He said his heart rate. Barrel rate, I think is what I was meant to say, man. Sorry about that. Tua over passing yards. I got the same idea about Tua having to pass. You know, if he's going to be behind, he's going to have to pass the ball. You know, so if he's got to go over his passing yards, I would see that, man. You guys are arguing amongst yourselves. My man Lou wants to talk about the Brewers. I got you, man. Let's look at the Brewers game real quick. The Angels are on the road at Milwaukee. This line opened up minus 190 for the Milwaukee Brewers at home. It is up to minus 215. Let's put up a poll for this one real quick. Give me red for the Angels. Red for the Angels, blue for the Brewers. What side are you on today? Red for the Angels, blue for the Brewers. Let me check in on YouTube. Let me make sure you guys are good over there. Yep, looks like we're good. My man Saul has a question. I got you. He said he's putting the rent on the Bills, Brewers, and Miami U. Okay, we could talk about those two games. We're actually talking about Milwaukee Brewers right now, so let's get a good idea of where we're at on that game. Red for the Angels, blue for the Brewers. Looks like nobody's interested in the Angels. Understandably so, because they've lost 6 games in a row now. They got spanked yesterday by Milwaukee. They lost 2-9 that game. In terms of offense, you have a clear advantage here for Milwaukee. The bats are much better. There's a bullpen edge here for Milwaukee as well, but it's not that drastic. It's not terrible. But Quinn Priester, I do like Quinn Priester going here at home. His actual numbers are good. His expected numbers are good. Those numbers that I was telling you, the hard hit, the barrel, the home run rate, those numbers are all really good for Quinn Priester. So even when he's giving up contact, he's not giving up, hard contact. He's not giving up doubles and triples and home runs. So that's good to see. His left on base percentage is really good as well. So that's really good numbers here. This is Milwaukee here, guys. This is Milwaukee. I don't see any reason to take the Angels here. And those of you guys that tune in daily, y'all know that I do not shy away from taking dogs. But this is one that's not barking. This dog is dead and gone. Is Brewers minus 1.5 a good take? 1.5 is the only way to play it at this point. Minus 1 I think is over minus 150. I wouldn't recommend anything above 150. So 1.5, yeah, that or maybe the team total wouldn't be so bad either. Kikuchi looks like he's been getting rocked lately. He's been getting hit. He's been getting hit up. Bullpen. I don't know. I'm not too much of a team total guy. I'd probably just do the Milwaukee 1.5. Yeah, I don't have the team total. I don't do too much of that. That sometimes I feel like you get too cute with it, man. Because with the team totals, you gotta have a good idea of if it's gonna be a high scoring or a low scoring game too. In my opinion, minus 215 is crazy, but it's justified here. You do have advantages across the board. Milwaukee, has way more to play for right now than the Angels. Let's get it, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, I give you one of my top plays for free every single day in the Discord, man. Yeah, if you guys want to join up, link is in bio. This week has been in the Discord has been up and down. We had a clean sweep 2 days ago, 5-0. Yesterday we gave a little bit back. We went 0-3. It happens. Baseball has literally its ups and its downs. It's a long season. It's 162 games. But if we walked away with 5-3 and then one of them was double units, I'll take that. That was profitable for the baseball Tuesday and Wednesday slate. So I'll take it, man. What games y'all want to talk about next, man? Zay, we should have talked about the total on the Bills and Dolphins before we left it. Dav says take the Yankees and the Brewers 1.5. Y'all want to look at the Yankees game? It is Max Fried on the mound. Orioles game, okay. Let's do it then. Let's talk about Yankees and Orioles. Give me blue for the Yankees, red for the Orioles. What side are you on today? Blue for the Yankees, red for the Orioles. Chilling with the coffee a little bit, man. Let's go a little healthier. Sprite Zero. It tastes just like the regular Sprite too, man. Yankees versus Baltimore. Max Fried on the mound against Cade Povich, going for Baltimore. In terms of offense, you have a clear edge here for the Yankees. Last 30 days, last 14 days, last 7 days. They are the number one offense on the road as well. Over the last 30 days, they are ranked number one. Baltimore's ranked 27th. The pitching edge, the pitching matchup currently looks pretty even. But if you look at the full season, you definitely trust Max Fried way more than Cade Povich. Cade Povich is not a guy that you really want to trust. Full season, he's not been profitable. He's not been good. I'm gonna say this is one that I'm probably not gonna overthink either. This would be the Yankees for me. The line is moving in the right direction. You have offenses. You have an offensive edge. You have a pitcher that you trust much more with Max Fried. It would have to be the Yankees for me. Let's go, guys. What else y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about college football or go back to NFL or some more MLB? I'll let you guys decide. I want to talk about some Rice or Charlotte. All right, let's switch to college football real quick. Let's see what that's looking like. No, it's only one game on the board today. Dodgers game. True. Let's since we're already there's only 4 games on tonight with MLB. Let's finish up with Dodgers real quick with the last game of the board. Dodgers versus San Francisco. Logan Webb versus Yamamoto. Let's put up this one, guys, and then we're gonna go to college football, and then we'll just wing it from there. Give me red for the Giants, blue for the Dodgers. What side are you on today? Logan Webb is going for the Giants. Yamamoto is going for the Dodgers. Blue for the Dodgers, red for the Giants. What side are you on today? This line opened up Dodgers minus 165. It is up to minus 172. In terms of offense, the Giants were smacking a little bit. They were smacking, if you rewind to a week or 2 weeks ago, they were hitting, but they've gone cold again. They've gone cold once again. I know they just picked up a win in their last game, but overall, the last 7 days, last 14 days, their numbers are back to being pretty ice cold. So you do have an advantage here for the Dodgers bats. And with starting pitching, Logan Webb, I know he's definitely respected. His numbers on the full season are really good. Recently, a little bit, a little shaky. His whip is pretty high. That's his walks and hits per innings pitch. His walks are a little high too as well. His whip and his BBs are high. Meanwhile, Yamamoto, his numbers are really good. Overall, his expected numbers are really good too. His advanced numbers are really good. I hate to take another favorite here, but this one looks another clear cut. I just don't see any reason here to take the Giants. The bats have gone cold. The better pitcher's Yamamoto currently. The bullpen for the Dodgers, I know they had some issues with Tanner Scott and some of the Dodgers blowing some leads there, but they're still the Dodgers. They have depth. They're not going to keep doing that. This is another one. I really hate to take another favorite here, especially on Thursday, guys. I've told you guys weeks ago, watch out on Thursdays, man. MLB Thursdays can be really, really tricky. But I don't see any reasons to take the Giants here. It would still be the Dodgers for me as well. Dodgers and Giants game to go over 6.5. Let me take a look at what that looks like right here. Dodgers and Giants to go over 6.5. So you're doing an alternate line there. It's set at 7.5. Looks like the market really hasn't moved this game at all. You do have really good bats with the Dodgers. You do have 2 shaky bullpens. Both the Giants and the Dodgers bullpen is shaky. But what I love most is that this ballpark is all year long has been one of the best for overs. Overs and Dodger Stadium go hand in hand. It is the fourth best ballpark for overs, 41-32 this year. 41-32 to the over. So if you're on the over, especially you're bringing it down to 6.5, go for it, brother. I'm not going to talk you off of it. DeAndre Swift or Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm not a big fantasy guy. I didn't do fantasy this year. I really should have. That way I could answer more of your questions. But if I had to pick, I think Marvin Harrison probably has some upside this year. Kyler Murray playing pretty good, man. So let's get it, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Follow button's right up here. Do not miss out on these live streams. We're out here cooking every single day. We're still, getting into football mode, man. So there was a lot of moving parts with the offseason, especially with college football this year, man. This was the highest transfer portal percentage of all time, man. So now that we're in week 4 now, college football season, things are starting to settle down a little bit. Let's get it. I promise college football. Let me give you a good idea of what college football is looking like. Again, guys, this is just my my opinion here. Kickoff is still not for a couple hours, but this is just where I'm leaning right now. You have another line that's moved a lot here, guys. And if you're not paying attention to where these lines are at, you really have to know where they opened up at, where the look-ahead line opened up at, and where it's at now. Okay. Rice opened up 6.5 points. 6.5 points this week. It is down to -2.5. Okay, this thing has dropped 4 whole points through key numbers like 3 and 4, and the fact that it's moved that much is pretty drastic here against Charlotte. Obviously one of the worst teams here in college football in the FBS. Let's see, what am I seeing in terms of offense? It does look like you have an edge here with Charlotte, the passing attack with Charlotte. But if you've watched any Rice football so far, they're not trying to pass the ball. They're focused on the run game. They're focused on the option game. So only throwing it when they really need to. So yeah, so I'm not sure. Even though that looks like an advantage there for Charlotte, I'm not sure I'm really buying into it. Here's where you have an edge, though, on defense. I think you have an edge here with the Rice defense. Against the pass, they play the pass really well. They have a pretty high success rate here at 28.7% success rate on defense. So, yeah, the opponents for Rice have not had a whole lot of success here. Overall, 31.5% success rate. The red zone defense is pretty good, too. They've only allowed 4 attempts at the red zone on them this year. They've only given up 3 touchdowns, 75% red zone defense. So, let's see my notes here. Yeah, the offense for Charlotte so far they've been completely non-existent. The quarterback for Charlotte, what's his name, Connor Harrell, whatever his name is, he popped off last week against an FCS team against Monmouth or whatever you say, however you say it, Monmouth. He popped off last week. And the numbers look inflated. They look good, but I'm not buying into that. I think that's a steep overreaction here. This thing has moved down from 6.5 down to 2.5. The only thing I can find for Rice is that their center is out, so I'm not sure what's with the 3 or the 4 point move. I think this is an overreaction. I think Rice is the better defense here, and I would be laying the points here in Charlotte. Let me see what you guys said real quick, man. Baltimore, and do you like Rice or Charlotte? Yeah. So for me, I'm feeling Rice right now. I'm feeling Rice. This is a low total as well, and like I just told you, Rice likes to focus on the run game. Their run frequency is one of the highest in college football. They kind of just want to dominate on the ground, and that keeps the clock running, man. So if you're on the under, I think that would make sense too. Sense as well. Charlotte Rice game to go under, and I do kind of like Rice as well. Hey, from FYP, what's good? What's good with you, Jet? How you doing, brother? C, what's good, my guy? How you doing with? He says any baseball dogs. We went through MLB, and I don't think any of those dogs are barking, man. There's 4 of them. There's 4 games left, and I was liking all the favorites, to be honest. Brewers 1.5. That was one of the favorites. Matthew, that should answer your question about college football, brother. If you have anything else, let me know. Dealer says, would you take first half Bills spread? I think if you're going to be on the Bills in general, I think it would make sense. I think it would make some sense to cut it down to first half. Guys, this is prime time. This is a divisional game. they still have their starting quarterbacks, right? Like Miami still has a shot here. Okay, they still have a shot. I think this is an overreaction. That number is inflated from 8.5. With the look ahead line, it's up to 12.5. It was to 12.5. Now it's back down to 11.5. That would indicate some buyback on Miami. So if you're gonna go Bills, I would certainly, instead of laying the 2 touchdowns on the full game, I would consider laying just the 1 touchdown. Or I saw 6.5 might be doable. -7 might still be doable. That's the way I would be playing the Bills, or look at like the team totals or something. I'm just not interested in laying that 12.5 point spread. Street says take Dolphins plus 13.5. 13. Go for it, brother. Go for it. I don't know if I have the pair to do it either. Like I said earlier, I might be looking for like a team total or just a total in general. But in general, I do want to just pump the brakes on the Bills, just running through them. I know they look great, but Dolphins defense especially, I trust that unit a little bit more. I would expect them to play better down the stretch a little bit here. And if you look at the next few games for Miami, they have some very winnable games coming up. So if they could somehow, some way stay in this game, or even force, even come down to the wire like they did last year. Last year they went down to the wire in Buffalo. It came down to a 61-yard game-winning field goal by the Buffalo Bills a year ago. So if they could be competitive like that, and if they can even pull off the upset, the next few games are very winnable, and this 0-2 start could be forgotten. But that's a big could have, right? Pablo says trade BT, bro. I don't even know who those initials are, brother. I'm not a big prop guy, and I'm not doing fantasy. But if you give me like the names and the team names, I'll try to help you out, brother. Buck says, would you take Rice? I am feeling Rice currently. I think Rice is the better defense here, and I would trust him a little bit more. Charlotte, they haven't played anybody either. Their strength of schedule is ranked 133. There's only 136 teams in FBS in the nation, so they haven't played anybody. It's not like Rice has really played anybody either. But Charlotte's opponents, they average out to not playing a strong strength of schedule here. Rice has actually faced some competition, and yeah, they still have a pretty decent defense, like I mentioned. I did a lay with Dolphins and Tua under yards. I think that's a little bit contradicting, though, man. I think it's a little contradicting. I think if Tua wants to stay in this game, he's going to have to throw. I think he's going to have to throw the ball. That offensive line is a mess. They have no run game right now either. So I think he has to get the ball out quick, which Tua is good at doing that, right? I think they have an offense where they could play. They could just get the ball quick, right? There's some quick slants, some quick post routes. I think that's a game plan. Just get the ball out of Tua's hands quick. And I don't think he has much of a run game to support him today. Moon, what's that? Moon says, what do you think about the Reds? We looked at the Reds game earlier. I think the Reds, just based on price, just because they look sketchy, because the Cubs do have a lot of edges here, right? Somebody asked me yesterday, yo, what do you think about Seattle? Seattle's a dog. I'm like, yeah, Seattle shouldn't be a dog. The Mariners should not be a dog. The price is very telling. You don't have to look any further. Is this one of those situations? I think it's pretty close. I think the Cincinnati Reds are winning some games right now. They are winning some games right now, and you can kind of look at the price and say, yeah, this is the Cubs at plus 115, plus 120. That's kind of absurd. Kind of absurd. James Cook to get a touchdown. I am liking James Cook. I think James Cook is a cornerstone for the Bills offense, man. They want to get James Cook going all the time. Luda says, would you take the Bills to cover? Everybody's taking the Bills to cover, brother. And I'm not going to be laying the points. I don't think I'm going to be laying the points with the Bills at all. I'm not going to be laying the points, but would I talk you off of it? I would say if you're going to be on the Bills, tread lightly. Tread lightly because Miami, I expect their defense to be better, and I expect I expect this to be a division game, right? Division games are usually pretty close, pretty tightly contested. Like my man No Sweat right here, he's bringing down Bills to -6.5 and putting in an LA. I think that makes sense. Josh Allen to get 24.5 rushing yards. On primetime, yo, these quarterbacks on primetime, they like to scramble. They like to create something. Buck Wild, thank you for the roses, man. Appreciate it. Hit the follow button, guys, if it's your first time here. Conrad said, I used my free play on the Yankees today at -200. Yeah, I wasn't playing the Orioles. We talked about that game. I'm not feeling the Orioles in that game too, man. I'm not feeling the Orioles at all in that game. So if you're on the Yankees with Max Fried on the mound, I think that's the right side, brother. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Chase Brown and Pittman, brother. I'm not a fantasy guy. I did not do fantasy football this year, man. So I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction, brother. You're gonna come back and at me. Don't at me about fantasy football, brother. Josh Allen to go over 1.5 touchdowns, throwing touchdowns. Right, he's pretty sneaky at just sneaking one in, man. He could get them on the ground, and then you're not gonna have passing touchdowns that way, unless you're talking about just like anytime touchdowns or any style. Who's going the yard in the evening games, big dog? Let's take a look at. I think I already mentioned who's the one pitcher that's given up the most hard hit so far in the last 14 days, last 30 days. What happened to my screenshot? Let me open up my MLB model again. Usually when I open up too many models, some of the links start breaking here. If I were looking for somebody to hit a home run, I would be looking to fade Hunter Green. Hunter Green has given up a lot of hard contact, a lot of barrel rate, home run. Giving up some home runs here in the last 14 days and the last 30 days. I'd be looking at somebody on the Cubs. Let's see, who are the Cubs home run leaders lately? Over the last, let's see, I was using this website, MLB.com. It lets you sort over the last 15 days. Yeah, over the last 30 days, over the last 15 days. Ian Happ, Michael Bush, Carson Kelly are hitting home runs over the last 30 days. Over the last 15, looks like Ian Happ or Michael Bush. If I had to pick one of those, it would probably be Michael Bush, brother. But yes, that's who I would say has a good shot for a dinger today. Let's get it, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Last call, guys. Last call. You guys we talked about every single game on the board at this point. We talked about MLB, college football, and NFL. Again, guys, just trying to at least guide you in the right direction, giving you guys information, giving you guys against the number picks or against the number trends, offense versus defense. Just where are the edges at and where you have a good shot to turn a profit today. Aaron Judge goes the yard today. There you go. You heard it here from her first from Conrad. He was up against Cade Povich, and yeah, Cade Povich is not a guy that I'm really trusting these days. So if you got Aaron Judge to get a home run, go for it, brother. Rice line is now -1. Wow, that's crazy. If you follow, there's a little saying that if you follow the steam, if you chase the steam, you get burnt, man. That's called steam movement. For Charlotte to come all the way down to 1, the Charlotte Rice game to go all the way down to 1, unless there's a quarterback injury. At this point, there has to be some quarterback injury or something. Let me see. Let me check Rice versus Charlotte injury report. There has to be something for this thing to move that much. Let's see. Henry Rutledge. He's injured, not available. Let me see if I can find something, because for that thing to go down to -1, that's pretty drastic. Do you guys got any information on that? Let's see. The wide receiver Cole was questionable for Rice. Yeah, so the running back Rutledge is out, but yeah, that's not enough. That's for Charlotte, actually. Yep, nope, the quarterbacks are in. I think Rice, I think that's an overreaction. Early says the Dodgers to win. We talked about the Dodgers. I think they're in fine shape today against the Giants. Start 2. Chase Brown against the Vikings, Chuba against the Falcons, or Jordan Mason against the Bengals. Let me pull up my. Got you, brother. I'm gonna answer your question. Let me just look at the. I don't know if I mean, you have a lot of injuries that we're dealing with this week as well. So against the Minnesota Vikings. Bengals against the Minnesota Vikings. You have Jake Browning. I trust Jake Browning, though. I don't think the value really drops off that much. So I'm okay with Brown. And then Jordan Mason versus the Bengals. Yeah, I'm not trusting that drop off. Carson Wentz, he's been out of the NFL for a while. Yeah, it would have to be Chase Brown for me, brother. If I had to pick one of those. The Cubs are hungover today. There you go. There's a reason to take the Reds. Because the Cubs at a plus price doesn't make sense. FD still has it at 2.5 for Rice versus Charlotte. Yeah, I'm going to look into that. I'm going to get off of this and look for some reason that that line is reportedly down to 1 at some places. I'll look into it. And again, guys, if you guys want to join the Discord, I'm going to give you one of my top plays for free because there's a good chance it'll be a football play. That's why you want to be in the Discord. Link is in bio. If the link doesn't work, just press and hold and open in browser. That should work for you. Let me know if that doesn't work because I think that's the workaround to get it working. Guys, we talked about NFL. We talked about college. We talked about MLB. Thank you guys for joining me. If you have any, excuse me, if you guys have any follow-up questions, drop it on my latest video. I will respond. I hope you guys have a great day, man. Hit the follow button, and then if you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Thank you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. YouTube, hit the subscribe button for me. This is a brand new channel for me, so there's not a whole lot of people here yet. Hit the subscribe button for me, and give me the thumbs up as well. Thumbs up before you leave. Thank you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.